Yo, what is going on, guys? Just wanted to come on here to do my trade recap and want you guys to see full transparency on the stupid trades I did take. After taking, after trying to take that A plus setup, um, we end up getting stopped out at these lows down here. But I'll kind of break it down into why I took those trades. So, starting off with the high time frame, um, we can see that on the 4 hour, while we're actually making some moves up to actually take out these 4 hour and 1 hour highs, which is up here. We also had um, this 4 hour imbalance as well that price could have tagged into. With that uptrend, this was confirmed with price actually being internally in a bullish state. So, um, we broke structure here, which, kind of led me to believe that, hey, we are looking to probably continue up higher to at least take out these highs. Um, we did have a 1 hour Fair Value gap here, but by the time I got on the charts, price didn't actually fill it yet. We kind of just left that as a breakaway gap at the time, and we were still making some moves up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now the bias is now straight, right? Simple bias. Um, we had draws to the upside, and I was bullish. I was bullish to the upside. There's nothing more to it. Yeah, as you guys can see, that the 4 hour we started to make some moves up. The 1 hour time frame, we're internally bullish. So order flow on the 1 hour is currently bullish, which then led me to believe, which then dropped me down to the 15 minute. Right, I want to know what the 15 minute is doing, and I want to know where we could look to take a trade from. Right, where are the zones? Where are the PD arrays where we can look to actually take a trade from? So, um, we had a couple zones, but the one that was in mind was this 15-minute gap, which is right here. Um, which price after taking out these highs, um, we initially tapped into. So I'm like, okay, cool. We then drop down to the 5 minute. 5 minute, we didn't really see anything besides this 5 minute gap actually being created on the move down to this 15-minute gap, which I noticed was there, but I like, since like this being such a small gap, like, to me it's insignificant, especially when we're on a bullish run. So this gap ideally should be disrespected if we are continuing to make some moves up to the overall draw, which in our case the draw did get smacked. Um, so which then bring me to the 1 minute, right? So we talked about yesterday about displacement and what we're kind of looking for in terms of in terms of what we're looking for in terms of that market structure shift, that displacement away from a PD array, which is what we had here. I was pretty much just looking for any signs of pullback, but I do admit now that I see that I'm not angry or anything like that. That we displaced up, but we didn't leave any PD arrays to actually react from. The only thing we had was this kind of area. Um, uh, yeah, this kind of area here, this kind of auto block, but I would even consider an auto block just because it's a low probability auto block if you ask me. But again, we get that sweep of these lows and as well as these 1 minute lows down here. So we swept out these lows, we get a small retracement. We swept again these lows, we get a nice recovery, but again, that displacement was to fill that 5 minute gap. Initially, I should have actually waited for that 5 minute gap to be tapped. But again, it was kind of like a decision of like, this trade looks good and this gap shouldn't really mean anything. But the gap ended up meaning something, and which price came all the way back down here. And I was just like, okay, to manage this trade, ideally, if we break above these highs once again, right? So we get that initial push, we get that pullback. If we actually break above these highs once again, um, I'm happy to actually go out of this trade at this point in time, which is over here. Oh, sorry, which is marked in red. So, as you guys can see, yeah, we get that initial break. We enter on the retest, or that candle forming on the retest, and stops were below these lows because that was the low that was put in, meaning something because it was the reaction to actually cause this move up. Um, so yeah, I was kind of fighting demons at this point when price was all the way down here because I'm just like, fuck. Like I literally entered and we had no reaction from it whatsoever. That just means that my timing is still wrong. Um, and once we made some move down here, so I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I think we can just take full loss here just because we have no way to actually go break even. My original break even was actually at this high up here. Um, and as you guys can see, yeah, we had some moves back down to the downside. We didn't actually take out these lows, so I'm just like, fuck, like now we're just making more draws on liquidity because now we have like almost these stacked lows, which is down here, right? Um, so I'm just like, okay, cool. For me to actually get out, I want price to actually come back up here again, which is what we ended up doing. So I'm just like, okay, price could initially continue off, and let me see if we can actually um, reduce stop loss and put it here within this internal structure low, right? Because we didn't sweep these lows. We made some pushes up. We break internal structure again, right? So and ideally we should just continue. Like if if this high is invalidated, it is invalidated once we break the structure down once again. So this is why I put my stops there. So ended up reducing it a lot more. So we only took half a loss here, but um, yeah, you guys can see that the trade just ends up playing out. So again, it's just one of those things where it looks good when price is here, and then we started chopping up, and then the real timing actually came when we swept out these internal lows, and we had a nice push up, right? That is the timing that I was looking for, and I thought that I had it on this run here. I thought I had it on this run here, but it wasn't the timing. It wasn't the right timing. And this is the move that I actually wanted to catch, right? Where we get that sweep, right? And we get that initial push. So, um, yeah, I mean, we get that, like, yeah, this was the timing that I should have got, and couldn't even re-enter because price didn't give me a chance to. And I started just ended up losing kind of control at this point in time. Just because I was like pretty upset on the fact that we managed this trade as much as we could. We took a half loss and the trade ends up playing out, which is not Price's fault. It's me. It's me because I couldn't get the timing right, and I wasn't able to capitalize on this move. But the draws are there, right? We know the system works. It's just like trying to find that timing, trying to find the right sweeps. Um, and I thought that on this candle up here, it would be the same. Well, I thought this move where we could react from was actually this move here, but again, um, we don't end up playing out here. But again, we do end up playing out. If we do hold it. But again, it's like it's hard to hold when we're all like when price makes some moves down. and we break internal structure, and then we break this high once again, and we're not continuing. It just shows to me that, we're not ready to go higher. Like we're just fighting, these highs at the moment, and as you can see, we get a sharp rejection back down again. Like price doesn't want to go up that high. Sellers are still there. Sellers are still active, right? Sellers are still active in this area, which led me to get a half loss, or more than half, but whatever this is. But I did take a loss here. I started to get angry, and I started just executing orders, um, trying to catch that move back up to this high, because um, I wanted to see if we could actually, um, yeah, I wanted to see if like, this gap was still holding, right? We're still trying to deliver from this gap. Like we're not, even though we're making moves down, like we're not actually taking out lows, right? Or like these lows that was put in. So it just like I started just to try and find that momentum, which we had momentum here. We had nice displacement, right? We had nice displacement here, and price ends up taking out these lows, and then the real move starts to happen, right? And I'm like, fuck. Like now I've missed the move because now we're taking out our break even. We get no retracement whatsoever into these gaps here, which I've drawn out. And we get delivery all the way up to these highs. I'm like, fuck. Like now, like there's no chance that we continue, right? But then I thought to myself, like, um, looking on the 1 minute time frame, right? When we had those 5 minute gaps that was made on the move up, which I'll show you guys right here. As you guys can see, we had this 5 minute gap, which is here, um, which was made before taking out these hourly and 4 hour highs. I'm just like, we didn't even get to take out, like what price likes to do is that we come up, take these internal highs. No, sorry, these 1 hour, 4 hour highs, which is drawn over here, right? And on the 1 minute time frame, price actually resweeps a high before continuing to move down. But what ended up happening was that we actually left this high, which kind of gave me confidence in this proper second trade I took. Was like, fuck, like, we could honestly target these highs because we actually didn't come out and resweep these highs, well, these initial highs. So all these early sellers that tried to sell off, um, during, um, after sweeping out these 1 hour, 4 hour highs, we actually didn't take them out. So I'm just like, this 5 minute fair value gap will be able to do that, right? So pretty much what I was waiting for was a liquidity sweep, right? I wanted all these lows to get taken out. We get all those lows taken out. And as you guys can see here, I made an idiot move trying to like catch the move back up here again. I'm just so I didn't want to talk about that, but we get a sweep of all these lows, so we have no more lows down here, and we get a nice bullish reaction. And I pretty much entered on the fact that we swept these lows, and we get a nice bullish reaction, and just targeting these highs up here. So like to me, it just today was, though we won, today was a loss, right? It was a, like I can't keep, like, you know with sticking by all these rules and all these, like sticking with good trades, and it's just seeing that it's not working out, just like gets me to this point where like I'm starting to like take trades and, not be 100% certain into them, right? This is exactly what happened in this area here. Like I just was just trying to force it, right? Even though I knew that we should have at least came and taken out these internal lows, right? I knew that after taking out external, we go to internal. And I knew that, right? And I'm still trying to catch stupid moves down here. So well, not down here, up here, right? And I try to do it again, right? And it's just like again, though we won, we did take a step back. Like in terms of the psychology, I think like just being so patient, we either miss the move or we get stopped out. Being so patient with those trades that we take, and again, I do think it's a timing issue. Like the trade ideas work, right? We have an idea, we have a draw, we have high time frame imbalances that we draw to, and we trade towards those draws, or if we're within those hourly PDRAs, right? We're looking to actually trade away from them, right? Or like trade within that high time frame PDRA. But being so patient just like leads me to A plus trades that don't work. And I just start to lose it a little bit, right? Like over here, I was so patient on this trade. Tradings are playing out, but I had to manage because of the reactions that price was giving me. We weren't continuing at all. And which led me to like believe that I don't know, the system, which I started to doubt myself. I started to really doubt myself. Um, which is quite frustrating if you ask me. The constant of trying to catch a move. You have the idea play out, but it's not playing out. And if it does play out, plays out for a little bit, stops you out, or hits your break even. Like I know that's whole part of the game, but I don't know. Today, I really think it got the better of me, and I fully admit that, and I'm not afraid to show it to you guys. I'm not hiding anything, as you guys can see. All these trades, you guys can see it on my chart, and I just want to talk about that. You know, I don't want to approve this behavior, but I think that I needed to just get it out. With just holding in so much and taking all these losses. Though I come in the market with a winning attitude, I honestly try my best. Um, and when I see things not work after dedicating so much time and effort and memory and just so much brain power to kind of execute, and then when executing, it gives me a hard time. And I know it's a timing issue, and I know it's me. Like I can't accept the fact that I can't win every single day. Um, and I just need to change that. I need to change my brain to get this timing right, because I know the trades work. This like I'm getting to the point where like I get stopped out, but the trade always plays out right, and I know that like that's a timing issue for sure. So I just need to figure it out. I just need to figure it out. But yeah, this is like the stuff that no one really talks about on trading. Like everyone sees trading as winning and the lifestyle, and yeah, it comes along with that once you make it. But to make it, you have to put in the hard work, which I'm just trying my best to do, and it's becoming really really hard. Like it's like though I take the pain in silent, but like fuck, it just really hurts like to be this long in, and we're still unable to make it work, which I'm not giving up. I know this will work. I know this will work. I just have like I know what to look for, right? I just need to look for it, and just still manage my risk as much as I can, right? But this this today was not good. Like taking trades like this and taking trades like this and taking trades like this, horrible trades, right? That's the psychology getting the better of me. I know my setup. I know I need liquidity sweeps. I know I need market structure shift. I know I need all these things, right? And I still decided to do this today. So again, I'm really disappointed in myself. Um, and again, I'm not afraid to hide anything. That's why all these trades that I've taken, they're all up on the charts for you guys to see. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's the part that no one really talks about, but we will get it. We will get it. Like I trust the process, and Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that, I did take a step back today, in terms of my psychology, but we're I'm gonna be on track. I'm gonna stop using words like I'll try, like I am gonna do it. I want to be on track. I'm gonna you know look for displacement next time. When I look, I'm gonna find a way to um be on timing and time the market right in these PDRAs. Look for displacements, look for those key candles that we are looking for, right? Candle closes, everything like that. um it's important that I do that, and I will do that. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed night. All glory to God. I trust his plan. And I hope you guys have an amazing night or day wherever you guys are from. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.